Hello and welcome to Wisdom Trek. This is Guthrie Chamberlain and I'm your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 7-day-a-week 7 Minutes of Wisdom podcast. This is day 146 of our trek, and yesterday we learned how to become a miracle worker. Today we want to explore the value of study and the high cost of remaining ignorant. If you miss any of the days of Wisdom Trek, please go back to wisdom-trek.com or subscribe at iTunes or Spreaker to get caught up. If you have any of your own observation, comments, or questions as we explore these nuggets of wisdom, please share them on the comment section of our daily journal pages at wisdom-trek.com. We are recording our podcast from our studios at Home 2 in Charlotte, North Carolina today, but when this episode is aired on Saturday, we will be back at the big house by then, cleaning and getting ready for Dad's birthday celebration on Sunday. One of the blessings that we experience driving between North Carolina and Ohio, as much as we do, is seeing the mountains along our drive as the leaves in the fall are changing colors. It certainly makes the drive much more enjoyable. As we head out on our trek for today, though, it is important to understand and realize just how important studying the trail guide and learning as much as possible before we begin our trek each day. In the same way, we need to continuously be improving ourselves by reading books, listening to podcasts, and putting into practice what we learn. Regardless of your economic situation, if you have access to a library or the internet, which you do, there is no excuse to remain ignorant on any subject matter that may be important to you. Even if you do not have a particular interest in a subject, anything that you can learn can bring real value to your life. The more you learn, the greater your net worth and self-worth will become. Knowledge does not equate directly to wisdom that we do pursue each day, but the more knowledgeable that you become, when it is kept in the proper perspective, should allow you to understand how valuable wisdom really is in your life. So the focus of our study today is called Study to Show Yourself Approved. As I refer to books today, this includes physical or electronic books, or any type of online or offline articles or courses that you might study. All of the books that you will ever need to make you as rich, as healthy, as happy, as powerful, as sophisticated, and as successful that you want to be have already been written. They will provide you with a rich and satisfying life that's written about in John 10:10. Always keep in mind that when the scripture refers to this rich and satisfying life, it has very little to do with material wealth, although that could be a facet of it, but it must be kept in proper perspective. People from all walks of life, people with some of the most incredible life experiences, people that have gone from pennies to fortunes, from failure to success, have taken the time to write down their experiences so that you might share in their wealth of knowledge. They have also offered their wisdom and experiences so that you can be inspired by it and instructed by it, and so that you can amend your own life and philosophy by it. Their contributions enable you to change the trail of life that you've hiked based on their experiences. They have handed you the gift of their insights so that you can change your plans, if need be, in order to avoid their errors. You can rearrange your lives based on their wise advice. All of the insights that you might ever need have already been captured in other people's books. The important question is this: in the last 90 days, with the treasure of information that could change your lives, your fortune, your relationships, your health, your children, your careers, for the better, how many books have you read? Why do we neglect to read the books that can change our lives? Why do we complain but remain the same? Why do so many of us curse the effect but nourish the cause? How do we explain the fact that only a small percentage of the entire world's population that do have access to libraries or internet actually spend the time improving themselves through self-study? The opportunity for us to access all the answers to success, happiness, and knowledge that we could ever want. Why don't we take advantage of it? Those who wish for a better life cannot permit themselves to miss the books and the other materials that could have a major impact on how their lives turn out. The books that you don't study will not help you. The issue is not that the books or the study material is too expensive. If you conclude that the price of buying the book is too great, wait until you pay the price for not buying it. Wait until you receive the bill for continued and prolonged ignorance. There is very little difference between somebody who cannot read and someone who will not read. The result of both is ignorance. Those who are serious seekers of personal development must remove the self-imposed limitations that they have placed on their reading or studying skills and their reading and studying habits. There are a multitude of online and offline classes being taught continually on many topics, including how to be a good reader. There are thousands of books online or on the shelves of the public libraries just waiting to be read. Most will not cost you anything except your investment in time. Reading is essential for those who seek to rise above the ordinary. You must not permit anything to stand between you and the books and the study materials that could change your life. A little reading or studying each day will result in a wealth of valuable information in a very short period of time. But if you fail to set aside the time, if you fail to read or listen to the books, if you fail to exercise the discipline, then ignorance will quickly move in to fill that void. Ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is just ignorant. And there is an enormous cost for remaining ignorant. The cost is much higher than we will ever pay for the wisdom and knowledge. There really is no excuse. If you seek a better life, you must first become a better person. You must continually seek after self-mastery for the purpose of developing a balanced philosophy of life and then live in according to the dictates of that philosophy. The habits of reading or studying is a major stepping stone in the development of a sound spiritual, emotional, physical, and philosophical foundation. And in my opinion, it is one of the most fundamentals required for the attainment of any type of success or happiness in life. And as a Christ follower, I do firmly believe that the foundation of wisdom and knowledge comes from the Bible, and it will serve you very well to include it in your study time. As is written in Joshua 1:8, study this book of instruction continually, meditate on it day and night, so you will be sure to obey everything written in it. Only then will you prosper and succeed in all that you do. So on our trek today, we discovered the high cost of ignorance and the benefits of study. There's always more that we can learn, so let's get started today, and then join us on our trail tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. And we will learn how to face the enemies within. And that'll finish our podcast for today. Remember to listen to your daily dose of wisdom on wisdom-trek.com or subscribe at iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Spreaker, or YouTube so that the episodes will be downloaded to you automatically each day. Please share Wisdom Trek with your family and friends through the email, Facebook, Twitter, or as you meet with them in person, and invite them to come along with us each day on our Wisdom Trek. The journal for today's trek can be found at wisdom-trek.com. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most of all, I consider you my friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. As we take this trek together, let us always live abundantly or fully, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. This is Guthrie Chamberlain reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.